Alright, so here I am. This is my intro to my new channel. This is going to be about me talking about my different thoughts, my views, and just giving you little pieces of who I've been and who I currently am. This is my studio number 2 I've created. I'm still tweaking it. The lighting I'm not really digging because it's kind of giving me like the red glossy eye effect, which I'm not really understanding why. I have to do my research on that. Also, this sparkly background I'm not 100% on board with because I kind of feel like it's a little too sparkly for vlog sessions. So you might see changes during my next few vlog sessions with this layout that I have going on. So, alright, so a little bit about myself. For those who have not kept up with me or who have not seen the video that I posted in the beginning of my original YouTubing adventures, I was in the military for 10 years. I got out in 2014. Military for me is, a huge portion of my life, very important portion of my life. It definitely changed the direction I was going in, the person who I was, and it has changed me to the person I am today. It's opened doors and given me opportunities I never would have had I not joined the military. So, the military is definitely significant for me, and definitely happy that I was in the military. So 2014 I got out of the military, and I got out of the military, by the way, because I felt like it had ran its course. Like, I did my 10 years and I had to make a change at that moment. Like, do I want to stay in for another 10 years or do I want to move on and, go into new adventures? So I chose that, at that point in my life, it was time for me to go on to new adventures. So right when I was getting out of the military, I also ended my relationship with my ex-boyfriend. We were together pretty much for the duration of the time I was in the military. And, it was a shock. It wasn't a shock for the breakup. It was a shock, like, just not being in a relationship and getting out of the military at the exact same time. It was just like a lifestyle, like, change, like, dramatic. Like, I went from no longer being military me, no longer being relationship me, like, who was I gonna be, in the relationship, like, I spent the entire time focusing on trying to maintain it, trying to keep it afloat. Everything I did, everything I did, I had my relationship in my mind while I was making life decisions. So when I no longer had either one of those, it was like, wow, like, I'm now going to be a completely different person. And from that moment on, I have been, I've built up to who I am currently now. 2014, I also, to celebrate me getting a new civilian job, I bought a new car, or a semi-new car, and I bought a house. And even to, like, now, like, just the fact that every time I come home to my house, it's still like an amazing feeling, like, holy crap, this is my house. Like, they say that you're like an adult when you own a house, and I feel like I'm adulting right now, I guess. So I feel really good about that, and it's still just, super shocking that I'm a homeowner. But it's probably one of the better things I think I've done so far as my huge financial purchases or whatnot. When I became a homeowner, though, I learned really quickly that bills pop up out of nowhere, like, things just randomly break. So at the time, I couldn't really afford to live alone, so I got a roommate at the end of 2014, and it was a female who lived with me up until 2016, and we had a good run, I guess, as roommates. She was also getting out of a relationship, and she was around my age, and she's also a professional female, so we definitely clicked on, having the same things in common, and I definitely am happy that she was living with me for the 2 years she was living with me. I'm not a very social person at this point in my life. I feel like I don't want to say that I'm, like, antisocial, but I feel like as the years have gone on, I've been less inclined to need to have, the social life, So when I had my roommate, that was pretty much as much socialization as I really wanted, as far as, like, being with other people. I did go with her a few times to the bars, and I realized pretty quickly that that's no longer me. Like, 20s me, love going to the bars, but me now, I'm not really so much. So, so the last few years, like I said, I've been kind of slowly, like, becoming, I don't want to say a recluse, but I've really enjoyed my solitude. Like, I really, really enjoy just, being alone, I guess. I have my dogs. I have a French Bulldog and a Pug, which they keep me company. They're my fur babies, so, and then, like, of course, I'm not completely antisocial. I do get on Facebook, and, being on YouTube, I consider YouTube, like, the YouTube community and I do, you know, talk to different people on YouTube, and I, you know, like the fact that we have things in common to talk about when I do talk to those people on YouTube. So otherwise though, like I remember my old roommate used to always go on, she was really into Tinder and used to go on Tinder dates, and I just could not wrap myself around the idea of going through that process of going on a date with somebody, and you know, just stressing to me, like, you know, you're gonna like the person, are they gonna like you, what are you both wanting from each other? Just, I don't know, you know, it's just, it's a waste of my time, I guess, at this point in my life. I'm not saying that I'm never gonna be in a relationship again. I just kind of feel like at this point, like I am totally fine taking care of myself, you know, like at this moment right now, I consider myself a strong, independent woman, and that is such an amazing feeling for me to have at this point in my life. You know, I don't know, I don't need anybody financially, I don't need anybody emotionally, I don't need anybody physically, like I can take care of myself. And the fact that I can take care of myself makes me feel just like on cloud nine. Definitely something that I didn't really ever, not that I didn't think I could do it, well, I guess I just never really wanted it. Like I just assumed I was gonna be in a relationship with somebody, and you know, I was gonna go down the whole entire path of, you know, have a husband and have kids with him, and you know, go buy a house together and whatnot. So given the fact that that's not the path I went down, and this is where I'm at now in my life, it's like invigorating. It's like, I don't know, like I just feel accomplished. I feel very like I'm achieving and I'm successful in my own right. So so yeah, that's, you know, I don't want to go too far. I don't want to like totally ramble too much, but just giving you guys a little bit of who I am, and you know, a small bit of where I've been in the last few years. So yeah, that is it. Trying to think what else to say without completely boring you guys in my first intro video. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it with what I've gotten done talking about so far. So hopefully I didn't bore you. Hopefully you will come back for vlog number 2. I decided I'm going to end this video by saying this, which I always, or these videos, and from here on out, I guess, something I always think about. One thing that we all know is that we have this one life to live, so it's very important that you live it well. So that is my end point for this video. Live life well. All right, I'll see you guys next time.